Hey guys, welcome to Vern's Valley. Hope you guys have had a great weekend. Today's episode, we'll be going over a detailed forecast for tomorrow's possible tornado outbreak for Minnesota, parts of Wisconsin, and parts of Iowa. Today, we'll be using the HRRR model just to give us a brief description of what might happen tomorrow afternoon and evening. I plan on doing another episode tomorrow morning to give a better understanding of tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening, and we'll be going over different models on that episode. So, with that being said, guys, we'll jump right into it. This is for 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. As you can see, just some general convective activity happening across Minnesota as that warm front comes through. So basically, as that warm front comes through, it's meeting up with cooler, dry air, guys, and then obviously you have those two meet, collide. Then you have some convective activity. So as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour, as you can see, this is 8 a.m. now. That warm front continues to slide across Minnesota and Wisconsin, bringing, just like I said, general thunderstorms. So that will be ongoing throughout the morning, and that will depict how the afternoon rolls out, guys. So if tomorrow morning's thunderstorms roll out fast, quick, they get out of the state, and the sun starts to break out tomorrow afternoon or late morning, that's not a good sign, guys. We'll get into that a little bit later in the episode. So by 10 a.m., like I said, the storms really roll out. You can see here that warm front really sets up at the Bemidji, just north of Duluth, that Ely area. This is where the warm front will set up, guys. And then the low pressure systems right over here around Brookings, Fargo area. So as you can see, this wide open area here is the warm front sector, guys. This is where it is warm, moist. We have the southerly winds meeting up with the upper atmospheric winds that are coming in from the west. So you have that rotation. So with that being said, we'll roll to the 1 o'clock hour. We have storm initiation on the North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota border, guys. Right away, this will have I would say the most tornadic activity when these storms are semi-discrete right away. So that we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that right away at 1 p.m., guys. This is when kids are in school, everyone's at work still. It's Monday, everyone's getting back to the work week, so this is what's really worrying me. I guess, yeah, that's what's worrying me. Everyone will be all cooped up doing their own thing. So this is 2 p.m. You can really see these storms really start to come together. This line will become linear mode as the Storm Prediction Center has predicted. I call this, some people call it an MCS, a mesoscale convective system. Just depends who you ask and what type of day it is. So as we get closer, this is 3 p.m., that line really starts to crank. We really have to keep an eye on these semi-discrete cells that fire up along the line to the south. Anything that is discrete tomorrow will have the craziest probabilities of dropping violent long-track tornadoes. So definitely have to keep an eye on that. So as that line continues to move off to the east, this is 4 p.m., guys. It's just entering in the Benson, Wilmer area. This is just, what is Sauk Center? That'd be like Sauk Center's right here. It's Alexandria. Yeah, somewhere over there. That's where the storms are at. You can really see that MCS really starting to go, guys. The Storm Prediction Center did highlight, even though this will become linear mode right shortly after the storms start to fire, they really highlighted embedded tornadoes with this. So we do have to keep an eye on that, because embedded means rain wrapped. You can't see the tornado unless you're in the tornado type of setup. So, excuse me. So 5 p.m., as you can see that tail just barely draping through the Meeker, Candy, Ohio area. Definitely have to keep an eye on that. We'll actually click on that and get a weather sounding. This sounding will tell us what the atmosphere is doing. As you can see here, the LCL, which is the cloud base, super low, 65 degree dew point, 79 degree temp. So that's what we need. A 14 degree spread, not terrible, not bad, not terrible. So probable hazard type Tor. As you can see here, if you can faintly see where my mouse arrow fucking whatever you want to call it is right there. 0 kilometer is a surface. 1 kilometer is a little bit higher up. You can correspond that right there actually on the left hand side of this chart. 0, 1, 3. So basically, as you go up in the atmosphere, the winds come from the south and then go to the southwest, and then yeah. So basically, there's enough rotation in the atmosphere to create robust rotating updrafts with tornadic activity. So with that being said, 5 p.m., you can see another cell forming off to the southwest just by the Sioux Falls area. That actually grows into the line as well. The 6 p.m., this is by the Redwood Falls area. More cells, the Hutch, Darwin, Litchfield area, Meeker County, going into Wright County, guys, at 6 p.m. So as you can see, at 7 p.m., this little tail, this little hook comes out. We do really have to be due diligent on that. Anything that comes out of that line and hooks and kind of grabs into that unstable environment, we do have to keep an eye on that. We'll actually click on that and see what she says here, that little blob. Marginal tornado. So not too crazy, but if you go a little bit further out, just southeast of the cities, you have more of that unstable environment. So as these storms push off to the east, guys, they will be colliding with the craziest volatile atmosphere we've had in a few years. So 7 p.m., Mankato kind of seems to stay out of it. Southern Minnesota, southwest Minnesota, where they've really highlighted the tornado threat, kind of stays out of the clear, guys, which doesn't mean that will happen. If a storm can fire here at 7 p.m. ahead of this front, it can be semi-discreet, like let's just say the Owatonna area, guys. If a supercell decides to fire in the Owatonna area at the magic hour at 5, 6, 7 o'clock, we could be really in for some trouble there, because it will have all that energy and that environment to do whatever it wants, because it's in that crazy environment. So that cold front starts to sag through. You can see that MCS really starting to not really starting to, it's been cranking for the last couple hours, but still strong at 9 p.m. in Wisconsin. Like I said, you got to really keep an eye on this discrete southern storm right here. That's still dipping into this warm, moist, unstable atmosphere. So we'll take a look at dew points real quick, guys. It's gonna get hot and it's gonna get moist tomorrow. Let's see. Can I scroll down here? Yeah, look at that. So this is at noon, guys, just right before storm initiation, right here on the North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota border. You can see here dew points almost in the 70s, 68 for a dew point. It's just about 65 for dew point in Mankato, but as we get further on in the day, that rich moisture amplifies to almost 70 degrees down here in Mankato for the dew point. So it will be hot and muggy tomorrow, guys. It will storm. Wherever it storms tomorrow, it will storm like a bitch. That's what I'm saying. So super hot, super humid, guys. We'll actually take a look here. So CAPE, surface-based CAPE here, is the convective allowing potential energy. So the amount of juice in the atmosphere for a storm. So for a typical thunderstorm, you need 1,500 joules of CAPE. I forget. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's joules of CAPE. Yeah, forgive me if I'm wrong. 1,500 joules of CAPE for just a general thunderstorm. So we'll be floating around with 3,300 CAPE tomorrow in some spots closer to 4,000 CAPE. So definitely a volatile, robust, dangerous environment tomorrow, guys. So wherever it does storm tomorrow, please be safe. I hope you guys have a plan. I would definitely be changing my plans if I had anything outside, anything going on. I would definitely be staying inside and hunkering down. So with that being said, we'll end this episode here with the SPC outlook for tomorrow. We'll just do the categorical one right now. So as you can see here, still a moderate 4 out of 5 threat for tomorrow from just north of the cities. just stretching right here to the Candy, Ohio County, all the way down to just south of Des Moines, out to, what is that, like Wisconsin Dells area. I don't know Wisconsin too much. I'm going to get probably some heat for that, but we'll jump over to the tornado threat, guys. We'll actually zoom in on this so you guys can actually see it a little bit better. But as you can see, 35%, oh, just kidding, not 35, 15% tornado, hatch tornado. So anything could be over EF2, EF3 rating for tomorrow. Anything in this red area, especially the yellow area as well. Do not. Just because you think you're not in the red doesn't mean you won't see severe storms. Yellow is just as bad as the red. So anything in that hatched area, that little dashed with the black lines, look out. Prepare for tomorrow. Don't be scared. Be prepared. Just to hear some people say. But yeah, with that being said, guys, that pretty much concludes this episode. It's going to be a very violent day tomorrow. Wherever the storms do form, if whether it be linear mode or discrete mode, storms firing off that front. So stay tuned, guys, as we will be doing another episode tomorrow morning with more models, more accuracy, and hopefully we'll get a better look at tomorrow's setup. So hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend, and we will see you tomorrow.